rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your main man, the number one chief rocker in Knicks universe, Uncle Freezy. Welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all want this party started right. Y'all want this party started quickly. Right? Yeah, man. Throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you got some loot and a stick of juicy fruit, somebody say, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Scream. What's good, party people in the place to be? It's the number one chief rock in Knicks universe. Back again for another episode of the Knicks Tonight podcast. Coming to rock with y'all. Next couple of hours, we're going to talk our ish. We're going to talk that Knicks talk the way that we like to have that Knicks talk to us. Bim. We're going to rock. We're going to rock. We're going to rock. What's good? Good to see y'all. Good to be with y'all. Ant is in the building. What's good? Pudge Nice is in the building. What's good? Core Mega, the hip-hop legend himself, is in the building. What's good? Let's talk about some Knicks stuff. For one thing, first, man, I look nervous, right? Man, my fantasy football team almost lost to Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce, what are you doing? Travis Kelce out here trying to ruin people's week. Travis Kelce out here trying to, man, Travis Kelce, if you don't stop. I needed them points, man. I was playing Adele Chapman too. Man. All right, but let's get to this Knicks talk, man. Let's get to this Knicks talk. Right? So, from an honest perspective, from just me being honest, just keeping it a buck. Me keeping it a buck. I'm really nervous about the direction that this season may go. I want to see this team play these kids and us win a lot of games. Walter White in the building was good. Salute. I'm nervous about this season. Right? And I know y'all like, man, nervous for what, man? Blah, blah, blah. Why are you nervous? It's only, all we can do is what we can do and blah, blah, blah. And I get that. Right? I get that. But I'm nervous and that I feel like we are in a safe place right now, but we can quickly get into a dangerous place. We can quickly get into a dangerous place. if things don't go our way immediately, and what I mean by our way, I'm not saying jump out of the box 12-3, right? I'm not saying jump out of the box like 10-5, 12-3, 13-2, some weird thing like that. What I'm saying is if the Knicks just play 500 ball all year, I'm okay with that, even though I want to win 50 games. Even though I would love for this team to win 50 games. Right? But listen. If this team comes out of the box, like stumbles out of the box, and I think they will, that's why I'm saying being optimistic, man. I want to just play 500 ball because y'all already know what's going to happen at the end of the season. Y'all already know at the end of the season, we're going to get hot. The last 20 games of the season is when we play our best basketball. Historically, under Tibbs, 2 years ago, we were 16-4 under Tibbs, made the playoffs, right? Last year, we were 12-8 under Tibbs the last 20 games. So as long as we get through the first 62 at 31-31, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because I think Tibbs' magic will manifest in the last 20 games. Right? I'm okay with the Knicks being 31-31, and then those last 20 games, Tibbs going 15-5. I don't see that as being unrealistic. I see that as being very realistic, seeing by the time the end of the season comes, teams will be tanking. Injuries would have set in on other teams. Our young players will have gotten more experience. The new guys will have gelled with the roster, plus the Tibbs magic. Right? So if we get to the last 20 games, 31-31, we won't win 50 games. Because that means we'd have to go 20-0. I just did the math right there. Did y'all see me do the math right there? Did you see the wheels spinning? Big wheels keep on turning. Proud Mary keep on burning, rolling. I'd love it to be a situation where maybe we get to the last, whatever happens, however we get there, however we get to the last 20 games, as long as we're around 500 or above, I'm okay with the season. You feel me? Because based on Tibbs' magic, you know, the last 20 games of the season, we're gonna be a force to be reckoned with at the end of the season. Sheer Brilliance is in the building. What's good? What's good? Yo, the Twitter legend State of the New York Knicks podcast is in the building. What's good? What's good with you? Sheer Brilliance is like, yo, I'm not on my bike tonight, man. What I would say to an optimistic Knicks fan is definitely be on the lookout for a rocky start, but don't let that be the death knell for the team. Right? That's not going to be the death knell for the team. Right? So how y'all doing out there tonight? I see State in here. I see Cormega in here. I see y'all out here. I'm very excited. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm very excited about what may happen this season. As a matter of fact, I don't see an outcome this season where I'll be disappointed. You name the outcome outside of injuries or a major regression. I don't see an outcome this season that I'll be dissatisfied with. Let me move this mouse. I don't see an outcome this season that I'll be dissatisfied with. Right? Trilogy Music is in the building. State said he'll pull up tonight, man. I need to get your number. I'll probably get your number from somebody, man, so that you won't have to do that all the time. That way you could just hit me whenever you're ready to jump in, and I'll just you know what I'm saying, shoot it to you. So the thing with this season is what are our expectations? Like, what is a reasonable expectation for this Knicks roster? And considering what is reasonable, we have to consider what is not reasonable and see how much of that we can pinch off to see if we can get a reasonable expectation. Because a reasonable expectation is whatever Las Vegas says for the Knicks, just go with that. D'Angelo is in the building. What's good, brother? A reasonable expectation is whatever Las Vegas says is what we should go with. I'm not really feeling that, though. I don't know why I don't like wearing tags on hats. I just not a fan of wearing tags on hats, man. That's just not my. Cynic is in the building. Cynic says, that's what I said. What? Oh, wow. Is somebody saying Cynic wrong? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. But okay, all right. So I'm here to tell you, man, as a fan, as a fan, man, I'm whatever the outcome is, man. I think I'm good. I think I'm Gucci with it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that I have unreasonable expectation or that the Knicks aren't gonna move the meter. What I will say though What I will say though is, whatever happens this season, I just want to build on whatever that outcome is and have it be the direction going forward. I see State, and State is prodding me tonight about the Thompson twins. You know I want both, bro. You know I want both. You know I want both of them. Leon Rose, you want me to pound the table for you, bro? Get both of the Thompson twins. Now, that is an unreasonable expectation. I think Amen Thompson is the crazy one. Let me see which one. Let me go here to Tankathon. Because I think, you're right, State, I'm with you. So I want Amen Thompson. That's the one I like. Asur is the crazy one. I don't know if Asur is bonkers, but all the stuff that I see, usually it's like, I think he's offset a little bit. Like the older people say, he ain't quite. And I say this in a good way. Because I think we need a little crazy. Like this, our roster is full of safe dudes. Like we don't have an edgy guy. I think that's the culture. The culture they want, the Leon Rose culture is quiet boys. I think that's what they're going for. I think they're going for the quiet boy culture. And I think we might need a little bad boy, and we need a little we need a little can't stop, won't stop in our culture. We need a little can't stop, won't stop. We need a little bit of that. Our culture is one, and since we're bringing up the culture, let's talk about it. Since I mentioned the culture, man, let's talk about it. The guys on our roster, for the most part, seem to have the same mental makeup. RJ Barrett, Jalen Brunson, Quentin Grimes, Julius Randle. They all seem to have that undercover dog mentality. Quiet boy, business as usual type of guy. That's what they are, right? Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickly, all these guys are good guys, right? Right. All of these guys they're good guys. They're not what you call, like Mob Deep used to say, they're not wilding out for the night fist throw or rusty shank holders. They're not them guys. We don't have those guys. We have a bunch of Courtney Lee type mental makeup guys. D'Angelo, is that the type of mentality that you'd like to have for your NBA players? Is a Courtney Lee style. Like, good guys, they play hard, they never do anything wrong. They help old ladies across the street. They sell Girl Scout cookies. You know what I'm saying? Is that the type that you prefer? And I notice as we look up and down the roster, a lot of these guys seem to fit that mold of a Lily in the Valley type mental makeup. Right? These are the type guys you see them when they do the press, like when they do the press conferences, they don't look directly in the camera. They don't do like the like here's my impersonation, Julius Randle. Man, I'm just, we just going out here. The guys play hard, you know what I mean? Yeah. They got kind of close there for a second, man. Here's me doing Jalen Brunson. Here's me doing Jalen Brunson. My pops was basically brought up by Tibbs. My father, is basically, I'm saying Tibbs basically. I'm used to that type of coaching, man. My pops kind of, coach like Tibbs. Here's RJ. Yeah, man. I've been working up, man. Free throws, man. Right. But okay, but here's John Morant, right? Here's John Morant. Yeah, man, we was up by 8, and that dunk that I broke away, man, I wanted to throw that thing down their throat. I wanted to put my foot in their neck. We were winning by 8, but we really wanted to win. We wanted to get up by 17. Sally is in the building. What's good? What's good, man? Fashiza's in the building. What's good? What's happening? And listen, y'all, and I don't see anything wrong with the culture that's being established, and these guys have a certain personality type. But what it looks like is Leon Rose dripping through down on these players. Nothing wrong with Leon Rose. Nothing wrong with Leon Rose. I just don't want him to talk. Just send me some stuff, man, and move on. East Blue Juice say, "Hey, man, we beat y'all last year. I think we might have got them once, and I think that they beat us. They beat us once on a Friday night. That I'll never forget, man. They beat us in it might have been a Saturday night, Friday night. Seems like a Friday. Seems like a Thursday or Friday night in Memphis when we were just stifling them, and then we just couldn't contain their athleticism. Like Ja beat somebody to a rebound and raced the other way for a dunk. And there's no matter what your defense is, you can't defend Ja Morant running full speed in a foot race. There's no defense for that. Right? DDS is in the building. King Poppy was good, man. I see you, brother. What I'm getting at is I'm not judging the personality type. I'm just saying that the personality types are different. Right? Afro the Jedi is in the building. What's good? What's good with you? Yeah, man. Blorange Tears in the building representing. You know what I'm saying? We back, baby. We trying to do our thing, man. Trying to do our thing. You know what it is. You know what it is. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So it's one of them things. It's like, so we're establishing a culture, but it's a culture on every level, and it's not a criticism. Like, don't criticize these guys for being who they are. I'm just saying that people are different. People are different. You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron, when LeBron do his press conference, LeBron is like, we need to. Every time you see LeBron James' face, LeBron James gives you the "we need more talent" look. Like, LeBron, can you tell us why? You know what I'm saying? Y'all lost by 2 to the Monstars. We just didn't execute, man. There were plays out there to be made, man. We just didn't. LeBron giving you the look like we need talent. We need talent. No matter when you're talking to LeBron giving you the we need talent. But I'm referring to the Knicks. When I'm speaking to the Knicks, I'm talking to the Knicks about us having choir boys. Keith Turner's in the building. What's good? Keith Turner said, "Man, I was going to go to bed, man." And Uncle Freezy is up here talking about our culture. Talking about our culture. Oh boy. Y'all know what that means. Yeah, hey, Afro the Jedi, you know what I mean. You know LeBron. LeBron, like, he just didn't. Yeah. D'Angelo says, to y'all, health and happiness comes first, brother. Always, then come these Knicks facts. Hey, man. Yeah, man, we trying to do our thing. I was trying to decide whether I was gonna take the orange pill or the blue pill tonight. You know what I'm saying? How much do I love the Knicks versus how much do I, you know what I'm saying, enjoy life? I think I'm gonna take the blue pill. The blue pill. That's Knicks, baby, all day. Knicks. Let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks. Y'all know how much I love y'all, man. Y'all know how much I love y'all. I'm gonna be rocking here for a while, man. I'm gonna be here for a minute. I don't care if it's just me and 6 people. We rocking. Bam! We rocking. We doing it for the love, man. Yeah, man. We doing it for the love. Y'all know what it is. So the culture, the Knicks are establishing a culture of choir boys. Are you guys excited about that? And what does that mean long term? What does that mean? Does that mean to the guys like State of the Knicks podcast? Does that mean the Knicks will turn down a surefire talent that may have a questionable mentality? Paris Douglas says, life first, Knicks second, and listen to me third. No, that's not how it works. It go life first, listen to Paris Douglas second, and then Knicks third. Because if you're not living, you can't listen to Paris Douglas. Right? So it's life first, listen to Paris Douglas second, and then Knicks third. Because he probably gonna be talking about Knicks. After the Jedi says, after seeing the preseason, I know you had a lot to say about the front office. How you feel about the decision so far? All I really want, to be honest, and this is my opinion. y'all know I moderate a lot. So what happens is sometimes y'all hear me ask questions and people automatically assign like moderation to my personal opinion. It's not always that. When I'm moderating, man, I'm moderating, right? And then when it comes time for me to tell you my personal opinion, I will clearly state, I will say it. Hey, man, my opinion on such and such is this. That way there won't be any muddy waters, right? So what I would say about the front office decision so far is the greatest incomplete. Let's not judge them on things that we've not seen yet, right? Let's not judge them on things that we hadn't seen. Like for instance, sometimes a move that's not made is better than a move that's made. So instead of judging on a move that's not made so far, you know what I'm saying? Let's just let it play itself out. Now, in the grand scheme of things, they know they're going into their third year. They know Knicks fans have been relatively patient with them. Because by now, usually this fan base is usually out with torches and pitchforks. Like, it's been 2 years, you ain't did nothing. IQ and Cam and 2 or 3 firsts for Poole. H, fill in the blank. Says IQ, Cam, and 2 or 3 firsts for Poole. No. I ain't doing that. Yeah. And after the Jedi says, yeah, I want to. And listen, I try to keep it less my opinion so that when I come on and do the shorts, y'all know when I do the shorts, right? Like when I'll come on and y'all will hear the heart plan and it'll be the old guy thinking, contemplating. And then it'll be like, I'm saying Uncle Freezy has a thought. I try to keep them in that. That way, you don't have to skim through a show to see what it is that I'm talking about. Like, if you want to know how I'm feeling, just go to those shorts. Y'all will see them. They usually be about like somewhere between 25 and 45 minutes. If you want to know specifically what's on my mind, go check out those. And I'm telling you right there, like, this is what I'm thinking. Like, I did one last night. Where it was more like a bunch of things on my mind, and I had to try to figure out. Say for instance, like say for instance, like Paris Douglas comment, right? And so Paris Douglas says, "What would Knicks fans be saying if Halliburton or Ivy or Mathurin would be having game like Obi's 4 or 5 games when he played 24 minutes, right?" So generally what I'll do is I'll break these statements down in parts and think about them all to formulate a complete thought. Because the first thing I'm thinking is like, what would Knicks fans be saying? Automatically, I'm thinking like, okay, what would Knicks fans be saying if Halliburton or Ivy or Mathurin would be having games like Obi, 4 or 5 games when he played 24 minutes, right? What I'd be thinking is, Halliburton is a point guard, kind of combo guard, point guard, right? Ivy is definitely going to be an off the ball 2 in the NBA with on ball playmaking skills. And Mathurin, y'all know I love Ben Mathurin, man. Y'all know I love Ben Mathurin. And so what I would do is break these things down individual into three different things What if Halliburton was doing it for the Knicks? But he's not. He'd be doing it for for. So y'all get what I'm saying. Poole would be a cheaper, bigger Donovan Mitch replacement. Yeah. Scoring wise. But I don't know what his role is going to be for the Warriors this year. Because he's perfect in that third scorer role. He's perfect in that third scorer role. How would he thrive in a second scorer role? JJ, what's good, brother? JJ says, "Oh, don't do that, JJ. Man, Matthew reminds me of Prime Oladipo. We couldn't get him." Yeah. That kid's shooting stroke. Once he gets his shooting stroke down, bro, it's gonna be bananas. Alfred Giles says, "I wish we could do a Ben Mathurin for Cam swap straight. I throw a second round too. Love Cam, but he ain't showing me nothing, right? And coach ain't here to defend him either. Because what I was gonna do is wait till Hoodie Cav showed up. I think Hoodie Cav is coming. Because what I didn't want to do is start on the topic and then backtrack. Yeah, I know how that frustrates me, man. Yeah, y'all know how it is. Y'all know how we talk about a topic half to death, and then somebody new come in, and then they want to talk about the topic. Man, what y'all been talking about? Yeah, it's such and such. Oh man, yeah, such as no. We ain't doing that. We ain't gonna rewind the clock, dude. Sorry. Be here on time. So JJ says, I'm still in Warner Freezer. Yeah. JJ, I'm with you, brother. About these Mets, bro. You spend all that money on DeGrom and Scherzer and 40. I keep forgetting 40 name. God dog, I keep forgetting 40 name. But you spend all that money on assets on pitching, man, and you get there and they scared to pitch. Scared to throw fastballs. Come on, man. Throw fastballs, man. What's wrong with y'all? All these sliders. They sliders. Come on, man. Two dudes that won the Cy Young, they get in the playoffs and they scared to throw a fastball. Come on, man. Yes. Do you know what we could have done with the money we gave Max Scherzer? I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I would love to keep DeGrom and Scherzer. But Aaron Judge, bro. Can you imagine a lineup that is Judge, Lindor, Alonso? Can you imagine a lineup that, and I'm gonna get back to the Knicks, but can you imagine a lineup that is Nimmo, Marte, Lindor, Judge, Alonso, McNeil? I can't even put the lineup together. You got to bat Judge second, right? Can you imagine a Nimmo, Judge, Lindor, Pete, Marte, McNeil? Oh God, man! Make it happen. If that means DeGrom has got to walk, DeGrom is ours, a draft pick and everything. DeGrom is ours. He's not like Noah Syndergaard, who we got in the R.A. Dickey trade. He's not like Zach Wheeler, who we got in the Carlos Beltran trade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's going on? I thought this was
Special. Huh?
everything all right?
Yeah, baby.
You good? Okay.
My bad. I ain't gonna lie. I do online gaming sometimes.
Right.
And I don't know if you've ever heard of the game Overwatch 2.
Yeah, of course I heard of. Come on, man.
Yeah. Well, they just launched that, and there was some merging issues and all that stuff with old accounts, and I wanted to check it out again. And I got caught up with one of my boys who was playing a few games, and then I'm like, oh snap! The time gets away from you.
Yeah.
I didn't even look at my phone or nothing. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe what time it is.
Time flying, bro. So, before you popped in, I was talking about the culture of the Knicks, and then I sidetracked myself by talking about Aaron Judge to the Mets.
Oh yeah, I've heard it.
Yeah. But so on the culture of the Knicks thing though, just mentioning, do the Knicks have too many good guys? Right? Do the Knicks have too many good guys? Like
good people or good players?
No, choir boys.
I got you.
Should the Knicks go get a little nasty?
Oh, are you talking about who I'm thinking about?
Yeah, I would love, man. I would love to have had a chance to get say a PJ Tucker or Jay Crowder or something like that, a little nasty, right? But the Knicks right now have a bunch of choir boys like Obi. Obi's a good guy. Emmanuel Quickly is a good guy. Derrick Rose, soft spoken. All the our stars, coach. This is me. Name somebody off the roster that's not Evan Fournier, and I'm gonna mimic them in a press conference. Just randomly name somebody.
Randall.
Man, coach. You know what I'm saying? We got down big, and then we took so much energy for us to get back. And,
can you explain to us?
We made a run. We tried to make a run, but then the game kind of got away from us. And then the second unit did a good job, trying to. But we just Tibbs did the best he could do. We just got to get our energy up. We just didn't come.
Mr. Randall, Julius, I have a question for you.
I looked in the camera just now. Oh, my bad.
I want to get your thoughts on, since you have an experience of abusing laptops, what do you feel about Draymond Green abusing his teammate? What's your thoughts on that?
So laptops are the Antichrist. Laptops have been abusing the authority. But yeah, man, that's what I'm saying.
There was some good mannerisms, bro.
Yeah. No matter who it is. Here's Jalen Brunson. Ask me Jalen Brunson. Just say it. Oh, not even Jalen Brunson. Just anybody else.
Mitch. Obi.
Oh,
yeah, Mitch.
Here's Mitch. I don't know, man. I just do what Tibbs told me to run around in a circle, man. So I just went around in a circle. You know what I'm saying? What I'm getting at, coach, is at this team doesn't have like that person, that magnetic personality that you could be like that a Knicks fan can be like, yo, that's my guy right there. I can't wait to see him at the joint. Or the Knicks don't have a guy that's gonna, if you foul him hard, he gonna lose it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The Knicks don't have a coach. What's going on with your camera, bro? You all right?
I'm trying to get a little bit better lighting. I don't want like the overhead light on right now. It's like kind of late.
No,
There we go.
Nah, it was like it. Yeah, it was okay. But,
My bad.
yeah. So the thing is with the culture, man, is I don't know if we have that guy that's. I'm not saying that we need a goon, but I don't know if we have that guy that's like a lightning rod that if something happened to him, he's not the guy that you want to get going. I think everybody has a subdued personality.
Right.
Like when you look at RJ and Jalen Brunson, they all have subdued personalities.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Julius Randle has a subdued personality in a press conference. Right? Maybe not on the court as much, but you can tell he's not a extrovert. You can tell he's an introvert.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can tell Rose is quiet. McBride doesn't talk much, even though you can tell he might want to. Even Obi looking in the camera, he won't even look in the camera. Obi, it's like, yeah, man. Obi, what happened on the dunk team? Hey man, I reached out for it, and then the next thing you know, man, I just took off the other way. That's Obi, right? None of these dudes are like, are like, yo, I couldn't wait for that opportunity to show what I could do. Right? None of these dudes are giving me the vibes like for instance, none of these dudes have the. Hey, did you see the Redeem Team movie on Netflix?
Oh yeah, the documentary about when we got the pros going again, like a little bit better, a bit better mix of them or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat, did y'all see the Redeem Team movie? Coach, you remember that when they were talking to LeBron, they were like, yo, what did Kolb say? Kolb said he was gonna do. You remember that first part of the movie, of the documentary? Kolb was like, I know exactly what play they running, and I'm gonna run straight through this MF when.
Oh yeah,
you remember that? Yeah.
And he's like, "What? Really, man?" And then everyone's like, "Really, man? You your teammate?"
Yeah.
It's like, not tonight.
Right. Right. Yo, I don't know if we have that guy on our roster. Do we have a guy with that mentality on our roster? Coach, do you? And the reason why it's important to me is this, Coach. You ever met a dude that was like? So, Coach, I know you older, so you might not understand football anymore. But you ever heard? You remember dudes that was like, yo, not only am I getting 30 tackles tonight, I'm gonna lay 3 people out. And you're like, 30 tackles, lay 3 people, and he go out there and he play. You remember Chuck Cecil?
Oh yeah, from he was on the Cardinals and he was on the Packers.
The Packers, yeah, the Packers, yeah. Yeah, and so Coach, you remember, man? Listen, the reason why I'm bringing this up is I think we have a bunch of guys that play within themselves and don't overexert themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like they legit, they let the game come to them, and they do the best that they can within those parameters. Like they don't try to do like to get outside of, you know what I mean? I ask you this: have you ever followed Florida State football?
Begrudgingly, yes.
Okay. Florida State had this running back in the day. I think he He might have went to North Carolina. Did he go to North Carolina or Florida State? Natron Means. You remember Natron Means? They used to call him the Natron Bomb.
I think Natron went to. I think he is from Carolina.
Yeah, he was the first dude with the all black face mask.
I remember him on the Chargers. I wasn't sure about his college situation.
Okay. It was a dude. They were like, "Yo, you keep throwing away these long runs because you want to run over DBs." And the dude said, "Well, ain't that what they made for?"
Exactly.
And so it's like I'll give you another example. The University of Miami had a running back named Willis McGahee, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, "Yo, with all the great running backs that have come through, Otis Anderson and blah blah blah, all these great running backs," he was like, "What style of running back are you compared to all those guys?" And Willis McGahee said, "McGahee style." Like you know what I'm saying? Like there's like this edge to. Are we missing? Basically, chat. Are we missing an edge? Chat,
I mean,
chat. Is this Knicks roster soft?
I mean, in general, I don't think they've been put in a position to show how hard or soft they are. That really, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess if you consider taking it on the chin last year and them not having a chip on their shoulder about it a little more, would be kind of soft. But I don't know. I think the two guys that came in, even though they're a little more stoic in the media, they're a little bit tougher. Like I think Hartenstein and Brunson are tough dudes. Like I don't see Hartenstein backing down from somebody.
No, I don't see that either. I don't see that.
And Mitch, I don't know, man. He's another one. He's a hard nut to crack.
I can't figure him out.
I can't figure him out.
Right.
I really can't. And maybe it's because he's come late to the game when it comes to like, you know, basketball. So I mean, he's probably still learning how to act. You know, I mean, when it comes to, because he's never had the spotlight on him. You know, in basketball, he was a late bloomer in basketball terms because he started playing so late.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the way he plays, I mean, he comes across as, I mean, in his physicality and his size, I mean, you would think he's tough.
Right.
You know, especially someone that's a willing, aggressive shot blocker and offensive rebounder like the way he is.
Right.
But no, like you said, if it came down to we was playing the Warriors and, you know, someone was getting up in Draymond's grill and he gives him a little shove in the chest, I'm wondering who's going to step in. And
I'm wondering, and so the reason why I'm asking is because I'm trying to figure out where in the margins can we get W's, like you know what I'm saying? Can we out tough manhandle and pose our physical will on teams and have teams just give up like. I'm not saying play dirty, but you know how when you run the football against teams and you just sap the will out of them because of the physicality, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you like the Bucks. The Bucks don't run. The Bucks don't have a tough running back. They got Tom Brady. All they do is throw the ball. So you wouldn't understand what I'm talking about.
What?
Man. But what I'm getting at is
Leonard Fournette.
Oh, geez, here we go, man. What I'm saying is 2 seasons ago, a lesser talented team than this one, in my opinion, made the 4 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Lesser talented. You can't tell me that Frank Ntilikina, Taj Gibson, Reggie Bullock, Alfred Payton,
Kevin Knox.
all them guys, Kevin Knox, Cam Reddish, all them dudes, all that like a talent, them dudes are more talented than this team.
A minutes diminished Bart R.J. Barrett for some reason.
Yeah. I hurt Derrick Rose down the stretch. You know what I'm saying? It's that team imposed their will on teams physically. You know what I'm saying? And if you remember 2 seasons ago, there was RJ Barrett played Luka Doncic so physically during the game in Dallas. Remember the Randall Revenge Tour 2 years ago when Randall just went on a tear down the stretch? RJ Barrett played Luka. So Luka Doncic had a terrible shooting night, and the referees let him make up for it at the line, of course, because he cried like a baby. The whole boo-hoo Luka Doncic. Somebody touched Luka. You know what I'm saying? But we were beating teams that had talent.
My name is Luka.
Yeah. Oh, the Zion game. Remember the Zion game where Randall was so physical with Zion that you know what I'm saying, the Pelicans were physically upset throwing towels, that the Knicks were so physical with the Pelicans, but we won that game. The game in Memphis where Taylor Jenkins got ejected from the game because we were so physical with the Grizzlies, and then John Morant got ejected after that. I'm trying to figure out like how this team can win games in the margins like that, where it's not just about the talent it's not about the vertical leap and foot speed, just about what we can do to squeeze out W's. Chat, y'all understand where I'm going with this? Like, do we have the guys? Do we have the mental makeup to be something like that? Can we be gritty, or are we just pretty? Can we be gritty, coach, or are we just silent guys that say the right things?
I think if this roster, even the makeup of who we have right now, take on the identity, the defensive identity that this coach expects, we have the talent and the athleticism this year to be very disruptive defensively. On both the first and second team. And if we do turn the corner and continue this, and I know it's just a preseason, if we continue this quicker pace on offense like we've been, we're going to be no one's going to want to play us. Like, it's going to be like a dogfight every game against us.
Right.
If we can put pressure on the other team with the faster pace like we've been showing in the preseason, and we keep playing high energy defense, like it seems like everyone seems to be a willing defender so far. Like, no one's been standing out to me as like, oh man, this dude defensively, he ain't got it, you know?
Right.
It looks like everyone's been buying into the defensive intensity.
Right. What I'm trying to figure out though is, will we be gritty enough? See, because here's the thing, Coach. Why you contemplate that, right? Here's the thing. I know Grimes is. I know that Grimes is. Grimes on the court is that guy. McBride on the court is that guy, right? My thing is, when are they going to get enough minutes to show that? And I think Tibbs likes that. I think Tibbs likes that griminess, no pun intended, from Grimes. And I think he likes that grit from Miles McBride. He said Tibbs has said his name like 5 or 6 times this offseason unprompted. Can we get that from the starters, though?
I hope so. I mean, it's one of them. It's one of these things, like we've said earlier today a couple times. You know, we got our hand now, and we got to play it.
Right.
And we either coming out and showing our hand right away, or we holding on to. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, we don't have a guaranteed hand. We're gonna have to use our skills to make this hand work. You know.
Right. And see, and so, Coach, the thing about that is the reason why I'm asking is a lot of times that skill that we try to use to make it work often winds up being offense, 3-pointers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If we can't beat them, let's shoot our way. Let's just shoot up the place. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, I liken it to a team in the NFL that goes down by 10 in the second quarter. Instead of thinking about getting a defensive stop and running the football and making it a one-possession game, they want to go into the playbook because they saw the Oklahoma Sooners run this one play that they got a wide open touchdown on, and you like, what are you doing? Why don't you just go down methodically and score, and then stop them and get the ball back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Said that thing like you said. You said the hand that you dealt. Well, I'm bringing it to an NBA game, not just the season, not the front office, so to speak.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is what happens when we go to Memphis opening night and we down by 22 to the Grizzlies on opening night on their floor? What are we gonna do? Are we gonna try to strangle them defensively, or are we gonna try to shoot the three, and then if the three don't go, then we taking out the starters and then playing the backups, and then, you know what I'm saying, on to the next game? You see what I'm getting at?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, at this point, to me, with what we're showing with the flow of our offense right now, like I'm okay, even though, because with Grimes' shortcomings offensively, we need his defense, his defense on in the starting lineup. If that's what it's going to come down, and I don't mind if that's all he brings us. If he just brings us defensive intensity, a disruptor, and he can hit an open three, I'm good with that from him in this starting lineup, because I think the points are going to be there between our mid three. You know,
the mid three. That's what you calling them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of adopted that term from back when they was trying to say when Donovan comes, we still only going to have a mid three, but so I adopted that. Whoever said it, big props to whoever that was, whoever first said it back in one of our panels a while back. But,
yeah, man.
But yeah, man, you know, like I said, I like Grimes. You know what I'm saying? I like what he like. I personally have been a very harsh critic of him. Salute. I didn't. You know, the people that were saying the blasphemy of the Klay Thompsons and Ray Allens.
You did kind of back off of him and Obi though in the classy act. You did kind of call them. You were kind of hard on them some.
Yeah, oh yeah. I call them trash, and the thing is, people reminded me, and that's fine. And like I said, if Obi can stay at this level, I mean, the same people that tell me, pump the brakes. It's only the first 2 games. Pump the brakes. You know, when it comes to the Jalen Brunson effect on everybody else,
right?
And the energy of the team and how much how much we're scoring,
right?
And all this stuff. Those are the same people that need to have the same caution when it comes to crowning Obi as the next Messiah, because he had a nice little game.
So I do think you owe Obi an apology. I think you need to go ahead and tell and let Knicks fans know that Obi does have the potential to be an all-star.
I mean, every player on the roster has a potential to be an all-star if they play that way.
So you're saying, well, I don't want to seem like I'm instigating, so I want to back off the Obi thing. Let me back off the Obi thing because it's early. It's only been one preseason game.
Now, does he have the talent to be one? Yes. If that's what you were kind of asking.
No. I guess when. Okay. All right. So I'm trying to back off the you called Obi trash thing.
No, I don't mind. I'll take it. I said it. I own it.
No, I'm just giving you an out. You don't have to.
I don't want the out. I want to take it on. I don't mind.
Coach, So okay, so I'm officially offering Coach the out on the Obi is trash thing, right? So that Coach can just reel in his words a little bit.
All right. I just don't want people to think I'm avoiding the conflict and I'm afraid to take the heat, which I'm not. Trust me. These shoulders can carry a lot.
All right. So is Obi trash or not then?
I probably shouldn't have used that strong a word, but as far as him playing over Randall, I think that's a trash take for anyone to say that he should start over Randall. So I tied that trash idea into just calling Obi trash, and I was probably wrong for it, but I'll take it on. I think he is soft.
Oh God, dog it. Oh, jeez.
What?
I'm just trying to give you an out on Obi, man. I'm trying to get you to backtrack off Obi.
I don't need to. I'm not piling on. This is stuff you said, man. You said he's soft plenty of times.
Yeah, but that was mine, right? I mean, I stand by mine.
Well, I stand by you.
Oh, jeez.
No offense to the people in chat, but anyone in the Obi Hive that hates me now just because I said that, I'm sorry. I'll be the first one in line to shake Obadiah's hand. I don't know if that's his real name. If he balls out for us, I'm gonna be like, look, Obi, I'm sorry, I called you trash. You probably don't care, but
I don't want to.
You're doing pretty good, buddy. We appreciate your service.
I don't want to call Obi soft. I think Obi is a fine NBA player. I'm backtracking. I'm gonna just say that I think I may have overstated some stuff with Obi, man. I hope he wind up being a great NBA player. Right. What about Cam? What about Cam Reddish though?
I mean, at this point, we can only go by his potential for so long. I mean, I've been in the Cam Hive, and I put my name on the line for him a little bit, and I still believe that if he gets, the amount of minutes he needs to show what he can do, I think he's going to show something.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he has not the limited opportunities he has had this preseason. He didn't make the most of them with his all around game. Offensively, he had a rough, showing.
I think the ankle thing. I think the ankle thing is a real thing.
Yeah.
You remember the ankle thing from game one?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Yeah, I think the ankle thing from game one is a real thing, and then it kind of lingered into game two. I think once the cat get healthy, I think you're gonna see him. And coach, listen, you don't have to jump off of the Cam thing just because he had a bad shooting night. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, Knicks fans are gonna he gonna make the roster.
Yeah, no, I ain't giving up. I still believe if we get the Cam that Cam could be, he's got a higher ceiling than pretty much everyone we got as far as the tools.
Even over.
Yeah. I mean, but the injury proneness, if that creeps up again, the slack's going to be tightened a little more, and then if he
who is more injury prone, Cam or Quentin Grimes?
Well, right now compared to time in the NBA and minutes played next to how many they have missed, I mean, technically Grimes is more injury prone at this juncture.
Yeah, because they said he was in a walking boot. It's nothing serious, but then he's still in a boot.
Yeah, I mean, he was moving around at that practice I watched pretty good.
Okay.
But I don't know. Like I said, it's a precautionary thing when he's not training on it.
Right.
I don't know, man. The decision that Tibbs makes with that quote unquote second wing or second guard or whatever the hell you want to call it, that position that's going to be the AKA Fournier, Grimes, Cam starting spot.
Right.
That's kind of rotating in everyone's brain right now. I've said this from the beginning. I think it might be a situational starting position, like depending on the game, the matchups. It might be the hot hand situation for Tibbs, which he's never really been that guy before. But hopefully, he's like the players. He's someone that maybe learns a little bit.
Right.
But I also think that when 2 out of the 3 are injury prone at this point, Tibbs has got to think about that too as a coach. Fournier hasn't had that problem. His available, and we talk about this 100 times. His availability is an ability he has over them too right now.
Right.
And he's shooting better than them too. So it's hard. It's a hard case to make. Potential can only get you so. The potential can give you opportunity, but then when you have that opportunity, you got to do something with it.
You got to do something with it, coach.
So the potential that Grimes and Cam have right now, they better ish or get off the pot. One of the sets that we're at that point right now for them. And so it would be wonderful to have all 3 of them turned into great Knickerbockers, but I don't know, man. There's only so many minutes.
Yeah, there are only 240 minutes, man, in an NBA game for the most part. And what are you going to do with them? Right? What are you going to do with them? Because at 240 minutes, for a fact that Randall and RJ are going to get 70 of them. So now you got 170 other minutes for 8 other dudes.
And Brunson probably going to get another 35 realistically.
Yep. And Fournier is going to get 30 because that's his career. That's his career in minutes. That's his career total in minutes.
That's the number I think might go down a little bit.
Nah, that's his career average in minutes. 30 minutes.
I don't think he's had guys behind him like that on the other teams he's been on.
Terrence Ross was his backup for years, bro.
He was?
Ross.
In Orlando?
Yeah.
God, Terrence Ross. He's another one of those woulda, coulda, shoulda guys.
Yeah. Yeah, you remember he started off in Toronto.
Yeah. He's just one of them NBA 2K guys you like to use because he can kind of shoot good threes. He's got a good 3 rating and a good dunk rating.
Yeah, good first step.
He's got good video game stat, ratings.
Yep.
No, but I don't know, man. It's hard to tell Fournier to get the hell on because he is a likable fella. He's a team guy. He's a worldly. I like the fact that he's an international player. I'm not going to hold the French part against him.
Nah, because I don't do no race. I don't do no.
Yeah,
I don't do no mess like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a very cultural person. I respect all cultures and lifestyles, and we as Americans can learn a lot from other countries. I'm not too proud to say that, but I think that represents a lot for this team too, because our young guys can learn. Because Fournier is the kind of pro on your team that he what is negative about him as far as in the locker room? You know what I mean? And he's been known to kind of not back down from adversity. You remember the old
He ain't
KD thing, and he's a fiery dude.
Yeah, I kind of like him.
Yeah, I mean, like if you told me that our team was good enough that Fournier would only play 20 minutes, like there might be some games he plays 25 when he gets hot from three, and we keep him in and ride the wave for a little bit,
right?
And then we sit him back down. If our team was good enough to use him like that and keep him like that and not have to pay him when his re-up comes around,
right?
Then I'm okay with that, with him on our team. I have no problem with him having a spot. I just have a problem with the amount of minutes he's going to be taking up.
Yeah, man.
If we got to count on him for that many minutes, our team's not good enough.
I think we got to count on him for them 30 minutes, bro. And no disrespect to the roster, but he plays 30 minutes a game. He set the 3-point record for the franchise last season, and so for what he does, you can't just sit him because he's great at it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you let's throw Quickly out there for some shooting. Nah, Quickly ain't a great 3-point shooter. Quickly has a reputation of being a great 3-point shooter, but when you look at his numbers, he's been at average or below. You know what I'm saying? But Fournier, for the most part, is a great 3-point shooter.
I mean, most of the best 3-point. I don't know if this takes going to sound right, but I'm trying to word it the right way. Most of the teams that have that great 3-point shooter on their team, there's only a handful that I feel it's one of those solid everyday starters that shoots like that.
Right.
And I mean, usually when you got that sharpshooter on a team, that's your best 3-point shooter, they tend to be a guy that comes, like when we had Novak.
Right.
Guys like that, they tend to be.
Let me say it in this sense. In our sense, we are running an offense like what the Clippers used to run when Chris Paul was there, right? And so because we're getting multiple threats in that pick and roll, we're constantly probing, prodding, trying to make this pick and roll work. And the Clippers at one time had a 3-point shooter named JJ Redick to keep the defenses from just totally selling out, trying to stop the pick and roll. Right. And I'm not saying that Evan Fournier is JJ Redick, but what I'm saying is Evan Fournier will be in that JJ Redick role where he won't be a roll man, a screener, a passer, any of that out of the pick and roll, even though he may be able to do it. But his sole responsibility is when that pick and roll offense is running, he's on the strong side, making sure a strong side defender doesn't collapse and double team that pick and roll. And if he does, then he makes them pay by knocking down the 3.
I mean, from what it looks like so far, it looks like RJ and Randall are going to be having an uptick of some more of that this year. You know, especially RJ.
Yeah, and Randall's 3, Randall's getting open looks and they're not falling. But once that thing starts falling, bro, coach, be aware. I'm telling you right now, once that 3 starts falling for Cam Reddish and Julius Randle, this offense may be top 12. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that Cam Reddish is going to win a scoring title. What I'm saying is Cam Reddish should probably average somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 points a game. That's not unreasonable, is it?
No. Especially 12 points, efficiently. So you won't have to take as many shots, especially if half of them are threes.
No. I'm not saying Randall's going to shoot 8 threes a game.
Yeah, no. I thought you meant the Cam part was that.
No.
Might be that too.
I don't think. No, Coach. Here's the thing with Cam. Cam is probably the best player on the team at attacking closeouts. You attack the closeout on Cam. Cam can put that ball on the deck and yam it on you, or create for another player if he chooses to pass. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And then if he gets fouled, he can make some free throws too.
Right. And in terms of the conversation that we're having, points are points. It don't matter if he dunked it, shot a 3, or made free throws. Points are points, right?
Yeah.
Because I said 12. I didn't mention knocking down 4 threes.
Right.
You feel me on that? So that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking there is upside to the threat of them to their 3-point ball falling. If they shoot around 36% from 3, both players, Julius Randle, in my opinion, is an all-star. Because if you gotta guard Julius Randle at the 3, man, if your 250-pound power forward has to guard, it's like with Le'Veon Bell when your 230-pound linebacker has to guard a 230-pound Le'Veon Bell on a route in space, Le'Veon Bell wins all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's one of them things. Like if your tall corner has to guard Randy Moss going down the field, Randy Moss wins. It's as simple as that. So it's one of those deals. Like if that 3 just starts falling 35, 36%, for Cam, I would like it to be closer to 38%. I like Cam to be somewhere like 43%, 38% from 3, and 90% from the free throw line. I think Cam will be back, and I think he'll get extended.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'd hate to see Cam Reddish walk out of the door after doing splits of 43, 38, and 90, and then hitting free agency. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then at the same time, what do you do with him when you know he's got that type of potential? Is he a starter?
I mean, I guess it would come down to what that line represented. Like, they represent quality, impactful moments of the game where he came in off the bench and gave us a lift, or was it he started, got us to a certain point, got us to a little patch offensively, and then like he concentrated on defense the rest of the time. All that stuff. It's all relative, but I think for the most part, you'd be hard pressed to say get rid of him. I mean, if he performed that way, like you just said, I wouldn't want to get rid of him.
Nah.
Because he's obviously going to be, whether he starts or not, it's going to be in a somewhat limited role. It's only going to be 20 to 25 minutes.
Man, I got dogs in here. That's fighting in the living room. That's why I keep looking.
It's all right.
If these could wake my wife up, I swear I'm
You gotta get that squirt bottle.
Yeah.
Give him a little spray once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Chill him out.
Or something, bro. It's frustrating me, man. They got all this middle of the day energy. They got all this middle of the day energy, man. It's about 1:00 in the morning.
Yeah, it's time to chill out.
Yeah, man. I turned off all the lights, man. They in there playing in the dark. Yeah.
You got a doggy bed for him?
Yeah. I'm gonna just go in there and strap them to it.
That's it, man. Duct tape him to it.
Yeah, man. How'd your fantasy football team do this week, bro?
I won, but it was a crazy week, man. It's been weird this year in fantasy, man. A lot of injuries.
Yeah, man.
There's been a lot of scrambling that's having to go on this year with I'm mad at myself for dropping Taysom Hill, though.
You dropped Taysom Hill?
Yeah, I had him. I had him on. I had him from the waiver wire a couple weeks back, and because that it was an intriguing thing, especially to have him at tight end.
Yeah.
But then I had a couple games where they didn't use him much, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
Because I had Godwin come back, but I didn't use him. I just took him off the IR, so I needed a slot, and I took out Taysom Hill.
What kind of league is this when you got everybody, bro?
That's in our league.
Man, that's crazy, man.
But I just so you know, I got Godwin and I got Marquise Brown still simmering. We need a receiver.
I like this dude, Michael Pittman Jr. Let me see
I
if
got
I
him.
get man.
I got him too.
Yeah. Oh, well, God dog it. What kind of league is this?
It's our league. And I got Cooper Kupp and Mike Evans are on the starting lineup. I can't.
Well, goddamn.
I can't. It's hard for me to switch them out.
Well, yeah, man. Hey, well, Coach, I'm gonna wrap right here so these dogs won't wake up the missus. I'm gonna get out of here. It's been like an hour and a half. Hey, y'all, thank you everybody for coming through, hanging out, rocking with us. I'm gonna get out of here to make sure I can make sure that these dogs don't wake up the house and all that stuff, and probably go in here and watch like 3 Godfather movies back to back, and then do vibes and stuff live in the morning. All right, y'all. We'll holler at y'all.